the first tent, was in Jaffa about 2.5 months ago, where a Jewish family, a Jewish Sheknaz family, were expelled out of their house to the street with no alternative housing. And they've been living in this house for living reasons, not for surviving reasons, not for any demonstration, not for protesting, ever since. And because they're poor, even though they're Jews, and they're Sheknazi Jews, by the way, even though they're Jews, their company didn't really care. They've been living outside for the past 2.5 months. Now, after what happened in Rothschild, and after what started happening in all of Israel in general, a week late, we began this camp, which its main goal is the 700 families. We know there's housing issues in all of Israel, from Haifa to Beersheba, and they're all legitimate reasons. But in the suburbs, and it's not only the Amidan and Khalmish problems are not only in Jaffa, they're also in Shkhanat Tikva and Kiryat Shalom. Very poor neighborhoods who are also being punished for being poor. Here in this camp, there's a agreement. There's no Palestinian flag and there is no Israeli flag as well. So at first there was some sort of anarchy. All kinds of people wanted to do all kinds of things, and they're all great ideas. But at some point we realized it has to be organized. So today we're divided into groups. There are 3 main groups. The first one is the one who's in charge of the media, who would come and who would ask the press to come or take photos for the press. All this technical logistic work. Another group is it's more for the people who live in Jaffa, Arabs and Jews, from the 700 families who are not here. It's an explanation group who talk to the people, who go knock on doors, their main job is to get as many more locals here, because it's easier to bring people from Tel Aviv who are used to it, who don't mind sitting at night debating, but it's harder with the local population, because we're talking about a very poor population, extremely poor. So you need to convince them, you need to go talk to them, and you need to go to knock on their doors. Another group is the logistic, the tents, the posters, the cleaning up of the place, the cameras, everything that has to do with logistic that runs the place itself.